Annual report is a document that public corporation must provide annually to shareholders that describes their operation and financial conditions. The front part of the report often contains an impressive combination of graphics, photos, and an accompanying narrative, all of which chronicle the company's activity over the past year, and may also make forecasts about the future of the company. The back part of the report contains detailed financial and operational information.
Building customer confidence. Annual report keep customer informed on the status of company and help build confidence in it as a long-term supplier. Customers depend on their suppliers for reliable delivery of quality product and service that are essential to their own business. Customer review the information on operation, looking for evidence of investment in manufacturing or quality that will ensure continuity of supply. They also check the financial report to ensure that the company has the stability and profitability to remain a viable supplier. Information on product plans or research and development activity help customers integrate a company's futures product with their own product development plans.
Annual report, communicating with investor. In annual report is an important element of a financial communication strategy to attract and retain investor. Regular communication updating investors on financial performance and company development. It helps engage the investor in the business and build more beneficial relationships. When investors look for evidence of the business, they can refer to the annual report.
Hi, I am ZAHRATULFALAH binti HISHAM. My matric number is D2020-1092-702. I will present the next usefulness of the annual report. Annual report must be attracting and retaining employees. Employees want to know that they are working for a progressive company that can offer them a secure future and strong job opportunities. The chief executive's overview of performance and prospects, together with information on product, plans, and market conditions, help to shape the perception of the company by employees and prospective employees. An annual report is a summary of the year, one that lays the foundation for the next. Moving into the future with hope, enthusiasm, and a renewed commitment is essential to the future success. When Petronas creates a compelling annual report, they are showing employees that their works are worthwhile, convincing them to support with all their heart, and reminding their own team why their work is worthwhile. Example, the Interactive 2020 Petronas report uses interactivity, copy, and bold visual to educate viewers about the work they do and communicate why their work is vital to a better future for all of us.
Hi, my name is IZNEE binti Muhammad AZMI. My matric number is D202010927113. Now, I will present my usefulness of annual report from what we examine. My point is informing and influencing the media. Journalists monitor companies' activities to report on financial and business performance, as well as their impact on local communities. Financial journalists pay particular attention to the company's results and its prospects. Their view influence investors and affect a company's ability to attract funds. Journalists at local newspapers, radio, and TV stations look for success stories in the annual report, as well as reporting developments that affect the community, such as recruitment drivers or expansion plans. Local journalists' stories affect the company's ability to recruit and gain public support for new developments.
My name is SHAFIQ bin FADHIL, ID matrix D202010922752. I would like to share about what the usefulness of the annual reports. My point is the annual report acts as an anchor. The use of annual report is to be the reference for the companies and investor. In initiating an investment idea, the investor needs to look at the performance of the company through the annual report. For companies, annual reports that showing the quarter result is act as a performance tracker and assist in creating new strategies. For example, Petronas company show an increase in annual profit in the annual report. From this information, this can make the investor more interested to investing in the company. Annual reports can help employee and company think the steps to create a new strategy for the company. Besides that, the annual report will tell you what the company has done to achieve the goal set by the company in the future. Furthermore, the annual report also serves as a benchmark for investors to evaluate the company performance for each year. Next.
First criteria, keep it simple. There are so many good reasons to keep an annual report simple. It's easier to focus on energy on getting few words things covered, but cover with excellent. Then, to cover everything that accurate in the past year, trying to report on too much will cause stress for the writer and artist who work on your report. Your stakeholders are more likely to read a short report carefully and remember what they read.
My next point in criteria is mix up the elements. Readability is a major goal for an effective annual report. Break up the elements you include in the annual report is to keep the reader's interest. Photos with one or two people featured are great. It's highly recommended that the photos be of your own constituents, staff, events, or programs as much as possible. This personalizes the report and helps tell the story of how you are making a difference, in addition to sharing the facts. For example, in the Petronas annual report, the organization of the company is interspersed with fact and statistical reports. The company also displays pictures of top people such as the board and their teams to make it easier for outsiders to identify and get to know them more closely.
Next criteria is evoke emotion. People make giving decisions based on emotion. It's human nature. Even the most fact-driven donors respond well to a combination of facts and stories, especially when the two forms of communication reinforce each other. In this page, from Annual Report of Petronas, we see an example of this as information quantity. Pie chart right above a very personal story that related to the message in the pie chart. The data should justify the point you are making with a story. The combination of quantitative and qualitative storytelling is very powerful in an annual report.
For each year. Next, for the criteria, make it scalable annual report. Scalable means thinking further about the many ways the annual reports can be shared. For example, the annual report shown by the Petronas has many pages, making the information presented very true. A scalable annual report assists the reader in extracting the essence of the annual report more quickly. In addition, annual reports that have a scale criteria are more informative and easier to understand by the reader. For example, The annual report issued by the Petronas as graph, infographic, financial performance, and goal the company want to achieve in 1 year. Other that, Petronas provide the link that the reader can read about more information in the website. Petronas also make the printable annual report for give more detail about the financial report. This show the Petronas annual report has a scalable feature and make it easier to the reader to understand the ideas that Petronas want to convey to the public. On the other hand, you may also want a 2 or 3 page, 1 page executive summary, and even a written Twitter post. This reduced resource can help make the most of your annual report effort to wider audience. Thank you.
The next criteria is infographic. Everyone loves infographics. An infographic is quantitative data in a visually evocative format. At their best, a great infographic does double duty. It serves to present data and to offer analysis or interpretation. Here's a good example from the non-profit Pro-Literacy. Based in Syracuse, New York, they could have said approximately 16.67% of American adults would qualify as functionally illiterate as of 2016. But by choosing an infographic and an emotionally evocative description, Pro-Literacy makes the same point in much more relatable and memorable way.